All right, welcome back to the channel. Gervonta Davis reveals some shocking statistics about himself as there's been major moves in the 135 and 140 pound division that let people know exactly what the deal has been for the last several years. Because look, you can't hide it forever when you're out there trying to weight bully people. Let's talk about Gervonta Davis, Monster Inoue, and the big move from the former 135 pound Three Kings all the way up to welterweight. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. This is your boy Fanon. I gotta tell you, man, I was looking at Gervonta Davis's Twitter and discovered some very interesting statements about him as I look at the big fights that are being announced for May, which include Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney. I do believe they also include Jose Ramirez, and gosh, I can't remember. Oh, Jose Ramirez and Rolly Romero. Now, how are those things connected? Give me 1 second, but before I can do it, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button. Also, thank you to everybody that supports and the super thanks in the videos that we do. It's a great way to support the channel and other content creators that you like. But let's get into this. Gervonta Davis confirmed what I told you people about him. That man is a 130 pound fighter that is fighting at 135 pounds. He is nowhere near the size to be competing on a regular basis at 140 pounds, much less 147 pounds. Why do I say that? I say that because the date of today is the 22nd of January. This is 5 weeks out. 5 weeks out from his fight with Lamont Roach. His current weight, according to his Twitter, is 139 pounds. That is 5 weeks out. Well before he is into serious weight cutting. And that means, so he basically has to lose, in order to make 135 pounds, he has to lose 4 pounds. He also was very specific about his height. He is not 5'5". He said he is 5'4", and he said and a half to be exact. I don't believe that, Gervonta. I think that you're 5'4". I think maybe you're 5'4" and a half with tennis shoes on. Very small individual. He is about 30 years old if he's not already turned 30 years old. So let me remind you of the conversations that we were having about Gervonta Davis and how Gervonta Davis was ducking Devin Haney, ducking Ryan Garcia, how he's pulling up these little guys up to fight him from 130 pounds and all of that, right? Fast forward to today, and where is Ryan Garcia competing? Where is Teofimo Lopez competing? Where is Rolly Romero competing? Where is Devin Haney competing? They're competing in their own made-up weight class called the 143, 144 pound division. One where I assume they do not have to fight guys that are 140 and be in the welterweight division, but yet not be held responsible to fight people in the 147 pound division. So I find this very interesting because as we moonwalk back a couple years, it was Gervonta Davis that was weight bullying people by making them have rehydration clauses. He was pulling people up from different weight classes. And he's really a 140 pounder. And he really can fight Keith Thurman if he wants to. And he can really fight Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford started his career at 140 pounds, moved down to 135 pounds, and was always a big 135 pounder. Gervonta started at 126, went to 130, has been at 135, went back to 130, went to 135, went to 140, back to 130. The guy is a 130-pound fighter. That is what he is. So the entire time that you had these people talking about the Four Kings and really was exactly what I thought it was. It was an attempt to have Gervonta Davis beaten by guys that are significantly bigger than him. Devin Haney can't make 140 pounds anymore. Ryan Garcia can't make 140 pounds anymore. Rayo Valenzuela, who should be fighting Gary Antoine Russell, can't make 135 anymore either. We'll find out whether or not Edwin De Los Santos, who I got to tell you, I think something had happened to Edwin De Los Santos, like a real serious injury took place with Edwin De Los Santos. After this layoff, we'll see whether or not Edwin De Los Santos can make 135 pounds. Unfortunately, and we know this to be true, unfortunately in boxing, there's a lot of people that are not fighting in their weight classes, looking to get advantages over smaller guys. Gervonta Davis is not in that group of people. Gervonta Davis is somebody fighting in a weight class where most people are bigger than him. And to go to 140, even the way that he dominated Mario Barrios, and I know people are going to say he didn't dominate Mario Barrios, it was a close fight. No, it was not. Go watch that fight again. Gervonta Davis dominated Mario Barrios, who is now a 147-pound champion. But that still does not mean that Gervonta has to fight or campaign for long periods of times in those weight classes. But I am seriously interested in what's going to happen when this 143-pound weight class that Ryan Garcia founded, where I believe all these guys are going to be fighting. It's going to be interesting to see what weight class, there's probably going to be like a 143-pound fight between Devin Haney and skipping my mind, Jose Ramirez, the former unified champion at 140 pounds. But anyway, this is my take on the matter. I certainly hope moving forward that we don't have to hear a lot of this Gervonta Davis is a weight bully or Gervonta Davis needs to be moving up and all of that stuff, because the dude is just too small. 5 weeks out from the fight and he's 139 pounds, 5'4", 139 pounds. Let me tell you, I think Monster Inoue, who's down at 122 pounds, those are the type of weight statistics that you'd expect from him. Probably not the weight, but his height is the same, about 5'4", 5'5", reach is the same, it's about 67 inches, 67 and a half inch reach, about the same. The only difference is Gervonta Davis is probably a little thicker, and if he's walking around at 140, I wouldn't doubt if Monster Inoue himself was walking around at 135 pounds and getting down to 122. They're just not that different in size. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.